Sumeru, our next. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can even if we can't see exactly where the city is. Wait a second. Look! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around. Hey there! We're not Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Well, even so, when we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions. Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
I'll keep this close.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Let's go take a closer look. Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something. But look, she's sitting over there. Wait, what should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again? Alright then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Oh, it's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all. Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is... What's happening? Traveler? Oh, good. Are you sure it's not serious? Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now? Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well? This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by... My name is Kale. I'm a trainee... Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything, really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're taking. Before I forget, Master... What?
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin, right? This is... Yes, please do. So, how are you doing?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari.
I already informed. It is common in hopes of that incense typically has no effect on most. Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol up.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk—
Yes, Master Tainari. Wait, hold on.
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful— If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Oh,
You're experiencing a similar sensation as— So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you— The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this. Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
seriously? But just if Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Huh? What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, if you misjudge your condition, then there's a chance you could get— Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what— Oh, Paimon gets it now. Well, but it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
Elazar is a truly troublesome menace.
All right, next let's see your right hand, but please remember that you still need to—
Yes, I will.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along.
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now,
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for—
Tainari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details—
yes, you can— So, Kale, what did Tainari mention cleaning the statue just now? Well, a forest ranger's responsibility. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met. As for Master, well, today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps. Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
I am dead on my...
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the... seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. Paimon will fly up with you and help, by the way, Colin. That depends. Are you referring to Huh? Oh, is that the name? Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Siristana. Uh-huh. Well, and then... Huh? You're not too... Yeah, I'm from Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide... Anyway... Wait, Amber? You mean... Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. Sorry. Paimon thought the work of outriders was a little different from what you do. Sorry. Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber, in one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But... Yep. So please know that you two... I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away... That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is... So that's why you... Don't mention it. We are friends after all. You both have my thanks. Well, you two were up there cleaning. Huh. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Or lesser? The name does seem to... Well, anyway, we'll have to figure... Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale. Tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey! Don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called no! Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine. Oh, those pitas are amazing! Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to... You really know... Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all... Yay! Thanks! Oh! So, Kale, flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for— Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called— Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants. Sages from the Academia have written, but Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ear. Seems you already know him well. Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on— In fact, Master—
Really? Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who— Paimon's still kinda upset, though.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why, is he going to die? It probably started to get under Master—
Hey! Don't laugh! Hey! Now even Kali that's it! Paimon—
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale.
No, I just—
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. Oh, well, let's get—
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry?
Traveler, you've
Yep, we're back.
Oh, Kale?
Oh, okay.
Just a total of 5 dusk birds.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari, what are you doing here?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it...
You mean she's sick?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend.
So, Tainari, what's real—
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just... All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because Kale, and honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her, but she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend.
So, Tainari, what exactly is—
Right. Ever since she was a child.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses in its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting—
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied.
What?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable. However, Kale's days with the Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful. But her experience with the Fatu...
Oh, Paimon had no...
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday.
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust...
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good...
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she takes medicine and gets plenty of rest, though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here, and she was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid... All right. Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll...
Yeah, we've been...
All right. But I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place.
No problem.
Let's go then. We'll be looking...
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda...
There should be lunar lotuses growing. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be... We'll rendezvous here once...
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari! We've...
Let me take a look. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari! Someone's calling your name!
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gendar.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared. Can you tell me the exact...
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't...
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision.
Wait, Tainari!
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still... There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in this. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. As Amir said, only someone with a
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a... But you don't seem to carry...
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he...
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that, we typically only teach visitors how to identify the Withering as they're about to leave. Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Where? Oh, look! Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the Withering. All right, Traveler. We're going to have to enter that Withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what... Thank you. But I must warn you. Don't... Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the Withering zone, you may experience it. You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the Withering zone.
Stabilize!
La la la. Yeah. Ah. La la la.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor. Destroy the tumors of the withering!
We did it!
Yes, thanks to you two.
Tainari? You make it sound like we...
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though, if that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's, for instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, this presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, and most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also been...
Huh?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with... No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather... I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from... I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here. All right, that's enough on this...
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you?
Oh, her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Huh?
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought... She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat. And it...
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as... I've got some emergency rations set aside.
Wait, you want us?
Let's find out. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? But wait, how'd you know?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, and if I may ask, when I was telling you... That's correct. Because what you saw is of significance. My forefathers were shown... Now, after seeing you in action with my... When you passed... I could try to tell you...
That sounds...
That was because when you... Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to get. No.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Hypatia, are you alright?
So...
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait. Huh? What happened? And where... Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area. Wow, this place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Next...
La la la. Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change? Jeez, you're picking on me!
It was an accident. Rex Lapis, I am sorry.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute! Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
This is order. It's a roar.
Hello? Hypatia? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. There you are! Hypatia! There's no way we can get her to eat... Huh? Wait, what? Huh? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh... This place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind. Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Solidify!
Jumpy Dumpty go! Pew!
This is long overdue.
Stabilize! Wind blade!
Blow them all up! This place is getting weirder by the minute! Hey! What's the matter? You don't look so good! La la la.
Well. Looks like we meet again. Strange place.
Order guide you. Solidify.
Access denied.
Dumpty go!
With the wind.
Blaze over.
Da da da! Yeah! Yeah!
Stabilize.
Blazing delay! Da da da!
The end.
Born of ice and frost.
Solidify.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We've faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager the bonds of love and family which... But don't you fret now. Today will...
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
Ah, so sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Oh, guess that makes sense. Anyways, we... Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put...
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari's...
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me.
Well, actually, we were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here...
Oh, I seem to understand now.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living...
Oh? So...
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature.
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time.
So, Hypatia...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul. Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Irminsul later. All right, we're up! traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly...
All done! Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already washed it. Oh, it smells amazing! And the box is a nice touch, too! Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia!
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives.
So why does this incense...
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale, since the root of the Dendro-Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can... That's all right. I'm sure you'll...
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question.
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro-Archon's power and experienced a sensory overload. Hence, taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spirit-born Ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears you've already fully... Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro-Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spirit-born Ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of...
Whoa! You...
As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection, which is why I must turn... If only my perception was... I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this state. Sages have said that Irminsul contains... That's why we meditate.
Whoa!
Of course I do. However, I believe that being able... But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the...
What's so strange about that?
Well, it's strange because nearly...
Oh.
Yes. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.